We have a keyword in Python called none, which is not a Boolean data type, but is actually non-type of data in Python. We can store it inside a variable and use it as a comparison mechanism, for example. So we'll create a variable called a. We'll store our value of none inside our a variable. Then inside our b variable, we will store the result of us comparing a variable with a none value. So we have a variable, comparison mechanism, and none value. Then inside the print function, we will store our b variable as an argument. So true boolean will be displayed on our screen as a variable does indeed equal to none value. So this is one of the ways of using none keyword. Another form of using none keyword, for example, is if we were to place if statement inside our function and the set condition is not met, a none keyword will be returned as the result, as the above example. So in the first line of code, we will create our function called value. So we have def keyword, our name value, which is the function name, and inside the parentheses we have digit parameter, then colon. Then our second line of code will have 4 empty spaces before the if statement, which indicates if statement is the property of a value function. Then we have digit parameter, division operator, integer of 2, inequality operator, and integer of 1, then colon. Now these statements indicate is parameter divided by 2 equal to 1. Then in the third line of code, we have 4 indentation, 4 empty spaces, the return keyword, and the true boolean. Again, the return keyword is the property of if statement. Then in the fourth line of code, we will invoke our function value by placing 2 integer as an argument. So 2 integer will be given to our digit parameter. Then it will go to the second line of code, and if statement will ask, does digit now which holds integer of 2 divided by 2 equal to 1, which is true. Then it will go to the third line of code and our return keyword will return the true boolean. So the true boolean will be returned and placed inside our a variable. Now we will store it inside our a variable. If we do not, it will be lost. Then in the fifth line of code, inside the print function parentheses, a variable is placed as an argument, so true will be displayed on our screen. Then in the sixth line of code, if we were to switch one integer, so 2 integer with 1, and invoke it in the following way, now our digit parameter will store integer of 1, so it will go to the second line of code. If statement will ask 1 divided by 2 equal to 1, the answer is no, so it will not go to the third line of code. What will actually happen is none keyword will be placed inside our a variable as the result of not meeting the if statement, the set condition. So when we print the a variable which has been placed inside the parentheses of the print function, none will be displayed on our screen. So again, this is another way of using the none keyword